course, we're gonna make the most out of this. We still have Coach Thomas Dooley, and apparently, we asked way too much football questions earlier. So yes.
Very textbook.
Oo. Iba naman. Well,
Pakwela naman tayo.
Yes. So let's start with at least. Coach, how did it feel like playing in the World Cup? If you could at least share with us your experiences.
Not once.
Yes, twice, 94 and 98, is it? Yeah.
I mean, it's very difficult to explain because it's when you be a professional. I was already the second time I was like 37 years old. The second time was 32, something like that, 32, 33. And you play so many years professionally. It's not really that you're getting more excited in the World Cup. It's something you play in Mexico in front of 120,000 people. This is exciting. And you play big tournaments, playing maybe in Barcelona and all those stadiums and with all those important games. In the World Cup, it's like you be so isolated from everything. You don't really see that. It's kind of you be with the team and you travel, you have a pre-season, you travel and all that stuff. You're going to the hotel, and then we go to the hotel, so we're watching a little bit TV, but we have meetings talking about our game. We play against this team and against that team. So it's all focused for this game that you really don't enjoy the World Cup. So you're preparing for this one game that you play tomorrow or in 2 days. And then you just go into the stadium, you see the same like you did before, 100,000 or 80,000 people, and you go onto the pitch, and normally when you walk in, this is kind of a feeling saying, yeah, it's kind of, it's a World Cup, this is something like this, and you need to go and play. As soon as you go, you see the fans, as soon as you step onto the field and the game starts, you just see this square and see every single player moving in direction. You don't realize what's happening around you anymore. It's kind of a picture, with all those fans and everything like you see it in other places, in convention centers and stuff like that. This is how it is. I mean, when somebody gets injured and you have a break, that's when you actually breathe and you look around, you see something, and you're trying to enjoy it. But it's so. You're so focused on what you're doing on that pitch because it's important. If you make a mistake, everybody knows. It's on TV.
Right.
It's the people talking about
Billions
it.
of
You're
people.
under so much pressure that you really can't have enjoyment in the World Cup. So we were like with the Americans in the US was a little bit different than in France, because in France we had high security. So they had like everywhere we go, they had the people. We were outside in the woods, so to speak, in a hotel, really isolated. So it was very, very difficult. We couldn't go to into big cities without our guards and all that stuff. It was dangerous.
Coach, what made you decide to come to the Philippines? And was this the first time that you came over?
Yes, it was the first time. Decide why? I mean, I got the phone call. Actually, I got a kid that I was training over there in California from the Philippines. And his father told me that, why don't you come coach our team? It's like, you guys have a coach. It's like, no, but we need a good one, and I know how you train. No, first of all, I didn't say that.
Yes.
The coach before, he was very successful. He brought the team up from 154 to 127. So you have to do that. That's good.
Yes.
But he was saying, because he lives over there too, he follows, but he knows, he would like to have me involved in that, the way that I coach over there. He doesn't know how to work over here. So just maybe it was a wrong saying from my end, so I'm sorry. So, but anyhow, what happened is he said, I will get in contact with them. So, and then he heard that, they're trying to change the coach and everything else, and he called somebody from the federation and told him, I think it was Ernie, and he told him that, what do you think about Thomas? Would it be he would be interested, to come over, and he said, okay. 5 minutes later, I got an email from him. He told me he wants your resume over there, so I sent my resume over there, and I said I want to come, and then they asked me, can you come soon over here? I was like, yeah, I would like to visit, Philippines anyhow because of my friend. He told me it's so beautiful over here with all those islands and all the beautiful people. So And they said, yeah, maybe I want to come. They, can you come when? And they, maybe in 3 weeks. And then they said, if they would come over to LA, can we meet over there? So I said, yeah. So a couple of days later, I met Don, Palami, and Ed, and so we were sitting in LA together, and I prepared and had my interview, and then they decided to take me. So then 5-7 days later, I was sitting in the plane and flying over here. So I haven't been here before. Now I don't want to leave anymore.
Oh! So, Coach, what did you do the first time you went here? The first thing you did.
First thing.
The first thing you did.
The first funny thing was like, because everybody's talking about 8,000 islands.
Yeah.
Philippines with the 8,000 islands.
7,000.
Or 7,000, I meant 7,000, 8,000. That's a lot. Let's say a lot. So I was flying over, I had a one-way ticket from Los Angeles to Manila.
It's not leaving.
To Manila.
Not going back.
And no, there was one-way ticket. Yeah, not coming back. So one flight. So I was sitting in there. I was sleeping a little bit. I was reading and I was writing something, and then I was like taking a nap. And then I woke up, and then I heard somebody saying that we have to put the seatbelt on, get your seat in a position. So are we already here? And I was looking and said, it feels like it was only 5-6 hours. And I'm looking outside and I see all those islands. And I said, I think we are here. This says normally 14 hours. So then I looked outside and said, but I can't believe that's the Philippines. So then I asked the other guy next to me, I said, hey, are we in the Philippines already? He said, no, we're in Canada. I said, we have a layover. So now I was looking outside and you see all those ice on the those islands. I was like, yeah, that can't be. I mean, I see all the ice in the Philippines. So that was my first connection with the Philippines. But then, what was your question, by the way?
When you finally
arrived, what did you do? The first
what
thing
did I do?
Yeah.
Oh, they picked me up. They picked me up, and we went to Burger Circle, and we had dinner. So in California, everything is closed by 10 o'clock, and it was like 12:30.
It's just starting.
It was 12:30, and we were sitting in their nice restaurant, and I got something to eat and something to drink, and met the coaches, a couple of the coaches, and obviously Don picked me up, and it was a good time. It was a nice feeling. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Okay, since you talk about food.
Yes!
Oh,
yes!
Don't even start again.
Actually, we have something for you. I'm not kidding.
So, how was you tried the food here?
Yeah.
Have you, obviously you know some of the delicacies, but I think it's time to ask him. Have you eaten the balot?
No, I haven't.
No. Are you open
Not yet.
Are you open
Are you
to trying, Coach?
Of course I have to.
Next
week.
And
Of
chicken
course I have
platter.
to. But you guys have to eat that too.
Of course.
Of
course.
I'll eat too.
Yes. I can even have more than 2. Coach, what other Filipino food have you tried and liked so far?
I mean, I don't know what it's called, but my first thing was in the plane when I flew over here. So I was, got like 2 things that I can choose from, and one was Philippine food. And I was like, I want that because I want to try it. It's if the food wouldn't be good, then to live in the Philippines and the food is not good, then I get homesick and stuff like that. But it tastes great, and it feels like in Germany. It's like the same food like in Germany. It's just a little bit more spicy, and that's great. I love it. Very love it. When we came over here, then once we went to one of those typical Filipino kitchen, restaurant. We ate all kind of stuff, and I liked that. I liked everything. I love it.
Which place?
I don't know what is it called?
The balut?
Balut.
Yeah.
I don't know about balut.
Duck egg.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Which places have you gone to already, Coach? Since you arrived.
I can tell you, I don't even know the name of the stadiums, but I saw soccer fields, and some soccer fields. No, of course, I live at the fort, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's really like you get this big city feeling,
Right.
but it's not really a big city feeling.
Yeah.
It's not a really big city. You can walk around, you can go to all those places. It's very, very nice, very calm, very safe. And I was driving always, we went to Makati a couple of times and see the city right there, and also, some places are not that nice. But it's kind of, this is a part of the country, and, we just want to be an ambassador for football, and we were trying to get all of those people involved that they have a chance to play football and make make something out of it. This is a great opportunity.
Oops. You like it so far?
I like it. I said in the beginning, the first couple of weeks, I don't want to go back anymore. So and I think right now it's
take note.
Take note.
No, that's what. Yeah, you never knows what. I mean, if we're losing another couple for another couple of games, and then maybe, my return ticket is. But I won't. But I'm a positive thinking person, so I know that that we will be successful.
So in the meantime, Coach, you don't have a return ticket yet.
You just said no.
No vacation, no anything. Just here until.
No, maybe you can explore the island.
The thing is, I mean, definitely want to see that. I was once when the first 10 days, 12 days, I stayed in a hotel, and so I had to go download a game down in the business center, and they had one book in the business center. One book, and I was like at 45 minutes to wait until it was uploaded. So when I saw the book, I said, maybe I can look what kind of a book it is, and it was a book about the Philippines with all the beautiful places. And when I looked at that, it's like, I love it over here in Manila. I mean, if all the other places are around here, so I don't really want to leave anymore. So then I haven't seen it, so I don't have the time. Obviously, after the Challenge Cup, I want to go back for 2 weeks.
Yes.
My son's over there in California, so I want to see them and hang out with them a little bit and bring them over when it's time. So, but I definitely want to take some time and see more of the Philippines. There are some nice museums over here, and I want to see those. So I think there are a lot of things that I haven't had the time yet to see.
Oh, after Challenge Cup.
After the Challenge Cup.
Yes.
Okay, so again, for more info about Coach Thomas Dooley, follow us at FTW Sports and like his Facebook page, Coach Thomas Dooley. Thomas Dooley.